All right, welcome everybody to the Tabletop Treasure Hunters Round 2 Job Draft. Happy to have you all here. Already got support going out for some guilds here. This is Tabletop Treasure Hunters. For anybody who's not familiar, this is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign where we have two groups of players, each representing a different guild. The League of the Hunt, who is today represented by Finlay over here, and the Goldbloods, who's represented by Ryklin. So what we do, this is kind of a monthly thing. Once a month, these two leaders of the guilds have a job draft where they are presented with 4 different adventures, and they bid for who gets first pick, and then they kind of back and forth pick the jobs that they're going to be taking on throughout this next month here. So really quick to get it out of the way, Pathfinder 2nd Edition is the rule system we're using. This is a rule system provided by a wonderful company named Paizo. So many of the locations, names, rules, and whatnot that we'll be discussing are owned by Paizo. So thank you very much for that, Paizo. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop in. Let's go ahead and have you two introduce yourselves really quick, both yourselves and your characters, starting with Finlay.
Every time. Hi, I'm Katie. I play Finlay for the League of the Hunt, who is a elf, rogue, bard. Words are hard. You'll catch me streaming with Wholesome Dad Gamer here, aside from playing Pathfinder, and also with my other crew, Dyson Dames. We game from time to time. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. And Jason.
Okay. I'm Jason, and I play Ryklin. He is a human cleric of Nethys, and he has a lot of ties to necromantic magic since he spent a lot of his early childhood as a slave to some of the denizens of a kingdom called Gex. And down there's a lot of undead. So
very good. Awesome. And I'm the DM of this campaign. My name is Chase. I go by Wholesome Dad Gamer here on my streaming channel. I'm doing all both the beautiful and horrible things to these players throughout this campaign. So, to be determined from their perspectives. Second job draft here. I will pull this up really quick here so people can see. We have an overview of the stats between the two guilds going over here, with the Goldbloods on the left, League of the Hunt on the right here under their respective banners. So how do you guys think this first round went? How you guys feeling?
Well, could have been better.
Could have been better. The Goldbloods had a little bit of a misunderstanding with dungeon level in their scouting reports. Now, the way that these groups are getting information on what these jobs are going to entail is they pay different degrees of gold for different tiers of scouts. So we have done that off camera this time. So both of these groups have paid for their scouting reports already, and these statistics here do reflect the scouting already being paid for, and they have the information they want about the jobs. And so now we're going to be moving on to the draft itself. I'm sure the Goldbloods paid very close attention to the level this time around. And if you're going to have a flop on a session, have it be the first one, because these jobs get higher and higher worth of gold as we go on. So if there was one to have a rough run on, that was the one. What about you, Finlay? How's the league feeling?
Oh, league's feeling wonderful. Very, very adventure-y. All worked out very well. Very sorry, Ryklin, that all happened to you and your party.
It's okay. As has been said, it's good to get all the little things that get into the works, get it all out of the way first, right?
Very true. But, I'm glad you all survived. I was worried that once we heard that it would be followed by some kind of death notice. So, congratulations on surviving.
Thank you. Oh, as we say, any fight you can walk away from means you can fight some more.
True. Very true.
Awesome. So so we will go over what tiers of scouting these two groups did at the end of it here. I don't know how much it would affect draft picking if you know what each other knows, so we'll go after that at the end. What is kind of public knowledge though is that you guys get a guild support before every single session. Both of you got a free scouting voucher from one of your sessions. The League got an expert level scout, and the Gold Bloods had a little bit more luck and got a master tier scout.
Love us more.
Your guild, yes, your guild definitely handed out a bit more coin for that. And then what you guys found out, and we'll go over this in a little more detail during the draft itself, but you guys found to your surprise that there has been a secret challenge for each of these rounds of jobs that's been set by the leader of your alliance, not your respective guilds, but your actual alliance, Shadara, from the First World Fortune Seekers Alliance. The challenge for this one was revolving around sportsmanship, which out of character, statistic-wise, was determined by every time one of your guilds gifted a hero point to the other guild, you gained a point, and every time you gave me a villain point during your opponent's stream, you lost a point. And it was very close. The Gold Bloods snuck it out by a single point. So you guys got a special higher than legendary scout. You guys haven't heard the bonus perk yet, but we'll go over that during the draft today. So there was that. Now you guys have also been dealing with a rotating market. So something I've been trying out for this campaign is 2nd edition Pathfinder has put a lot more focus on making certain items uncommon or harder to obtain. So we've been doing a rotating market, which is basically not everything is for sale all the time. Things are rotating in and out, with the exception of all first level items have always been for sale. So you guys have been working with that for your shopping. So your shopping has not been as ideal as you'd want it to, but you guys have been working out pretty well. Now with this new round of jobs coming up, all 2nd level items will become available for purchase at all times. So you guys can purchase 1st or 2nd level, and then we will continue the rotating market going as normal. Flavor-wise, you guys are getting more reputable. This competition is getting some buzz around town, so more shopkeepers are going to be seeking you guys out and wanting to give you supplies. So, that's how we're explaining it. Awesome. So before we get into the actual draft, do you guys have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Good. Nope. So for those viewing at home, this is the way that the draft is going to work. We are going to do a little role-playing bit and discuss the jobs at hand, which again, the players have already reviewed ahead of time, but we're going to role-play it out for funsies. After we discuss the jobs, both of these guilds have a chance to offer an amount of coin for first pick. So we're going to do kind of a bid back and forth. If nobody wants to bid gold for first pick, then it'll just be randomly rolled for who gets first pick. And then if there is a bid, whoever wins it will end up paying that amount. They get first pick. First pick takes the first job, then it goes to the other guild to pick a job, and we go back and forth twice until all 4 jobs have been taken. And that's all there is to it. Oh, also, you two be thinking about this. I don't know if I remembered to remind you, but also at the end of the session, you need to tell me which of your jobs you'll be taking first. So be keeping that in mind as you draft your job, because Lord Physics needs to know what paperwork to fill out first. So that's how it's going to work. Thank you everybody in the chat for all your support. We got some buzz going for both of the guilds here, so good for you guys in your pockets. Okay, so Finlay and Ryklin, you guys find yourself in the same meeting hall as you did for the first job draft. Now, this is not any fancy building by any means. It's kind of a more low-key thing. Now, you two, along with your scouts, are welcome kind of in the main room, and all of your guild mates are in the back room. You have a moment after the jobs are discussed to go back and talk with your team about what you want to do. But for now, it is just you two in a room with Henrietta, the Goldblood scout, and Silveri, the League of the Hunt scout, along with the Goldblood's new apprentice scout who you guys met earlier, who has been your bonus scout for this. So, oh, and also for the League of the Hunt, your bonus scout was one of the sheriff's friends who decided to help out since you did such a good job detaining a majority of the bandits instead of killing them. And then along with your scouts and Lord Physics, who Lord Physics is the little gnome gentleman who is kind of the treasurer for the Alliance, and does not like to be confused with the science. His name is Fizzix. So he does not like any jokes about science of any sort. But he's also joined with Lady Shadara, who is the leader of your alliance. So kind of an honored guest. She's not somebody you guys see very often, but she is present as well. So you guys are kind of gathered at your respective kind of podiums on either side. Lord Physics is kind of sitting ahead of you with a stack of papers. Gives you kind of a gruff, grumpy look as you guys walk in. So, are you ready for your new jobs this month, I suppose?
I think we are, yes.
Yes.
Good, and we're going to have a good bid, I assume, today. No coppers, no silvers. I don't want to be leaving with your extra-weighted pocket change. Understand? We take gold pieces for this bid today. I've seen what you've been making.
Oh, Physics, I missed you.
I'm sure you did, Finlay.
How've the drinking parties been, Fizzy?
They haven't been. Thank you.
Still say you're missing out.
Perhaps. I suppose I'll find out someday. Now, as you can see, we have a very honorable guest here today, so I'll turn the time over to our Grand Leader, Lady Shadara. Please be respectful, Finlay. He kind of raises an eyebrow at you angrily.
Oh, I'm always respectful just for you, and she'll blow him a kiss.
He just kind of glares at you and steps down as Lady Shadara steps up. Finlay, Ryklin, it's an honor to be here with both of you.
The honor is ours, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Honor.
I hope the jobs have been treating you well. I'm glad to see you all safe still.
Safety is the number one concern, eh? Of course, it's good to get a good job done, too.
Indeed, but we'd rather have you all alive than have the job done. So please do keep that in mind. Well, I'll get down to the point of why I'm here. See, with this competition rising up, we were worried that competition could have negative aspects to it as well. We think it's good, and we hope that you're encouraging each other to be your best selves. But to keep the views of the guild and sportsmanship in mind, I have personally been setting secret goals for you to meet between each of these jobs. Now, these are things that we hope to see and that you guys will continue to do to keep the views of the Alliance in mind. You know, no negative, dirty business or the like. So for this first one, we just took general sportsmanship in mind. Now, both of your groups have been quite kind to one another. Some of your guildmates we can't say the same for, but mostly we've been watching you, and it was very close for me to decide who got this one, but we're going to give this first award to the Gold Bloods.
Ooh. Well,
And
what an honor.
I'm sure it's a good sport that you accept this, Finlay.
Oh, yes. Congratulations, Ryklin.
Thank you. That's very gracious of you, and thank you, my lady.
Of course. Now, we had the honor of having one of our highly trained scouts check out one of your jobs for you. So it'll give you that report just before you take the draft.
Always enjoy a little bit of extra information. Thank you.
Indeed. Now, I've set another goal for the next round of drafting. It's not the same one, but just remember, keep the values of the guild and the Alliance in mind. As, remember, we are all working together for a similar goal, regardless of who wins this grand competition. And the reward will be grand. I've gotten more information on the tomb that the winner is to be exploring, but I can't share it yet. It's not public knowledge, but it will be experience of a lifetime. I can promise you that. So keep working hard, and remember that no matter what happens, you're improving this alliance. We appreciate you greatly. Stay safe, and do a good job.
As always, we promise only the best.
Very good. Let competition drive you, but don't let it corrupt you.
Never, milady.
Good. Well, then I will turn this back over to Lord Physics. I have business to attend to. Our scout will be here through the draft, and Ryklin, make sure you speak with him once you're done.
Will do. Thank you.
Very good. Have a good draft, everybody. With that, she'll walk out. Lord Physics will go back up to the the front of the room, prop some books up for him to sit on so he's got a good overshadowing view of you both. Well then, are you ready?
I think so. Are you ready, Fizzy?
I'm always ready with my job. But I'm only saying this once, so please pay attention. I don't like wasting my breath on repeating myself. Understood?
Sorry, what? No, what?
He just glares at you. The first job. Now, the city of Magnamar in Varisia is hosting some festivities. They do this every year. I don't know if you've heard of it. Perhaps you have. But they like to host a variety of games and competitions. They invite local celebrities to join it. Don't let this go to your head, but you're all being considered said celebrities, given the buzz that's being created about this competition. So, they've invited one of your groups. Whichever one of you takes this job, they don't care which, but they want one of them. So you'll be able to join the Magnamar festivities. You'll be paid up front for your participation, and any competitions you win will have a generous donation given to your guild. Not straight to your pockets. When you're a celebrity, they assume you're getting paid enough, so it's sort of like a charity, but they'll be donating to your guild's cause. This will count towards your total for the competition.
It's a shame that not both our groups couldn't be invited. Would be interesting to do some drinking games and others, eh?
Wouldn't it, though? I would love to go against you, Ryklin. Good times should be had.
Not important
only
enough
in
to
the
take all
right
the
categories, of course.
Of course, of course.
Glad to see you're all getting along. But you're not that famous yet. 4 slots is all we get. We'll keep the groups together, teamwork and all that, to earn more coin for us. Now that is the first job. Second job, we have a employer noble person who's in need of some protection. They're going to be going to a very high-class soiree, and they're feared that there's going to be an attempt on their life. So they want to hire one of our groups for a bodyguard detail. Will be paid based on the safety, and not only the safety, but keeping the reputation upheld of said noble person. They don't want a name released until the job is taken. And we'll hope that you'll keep that discretion throughout the entire job. They may not even want anybody to know they're being bodyguarded. Do you understand?
Sounds like a tricky one.
Discretion is my middle name.
He could just be paranoid. Who knows with these noble folk. Anyways, continuing on. A third job, on a kind of an opposite of protecting somebody from assassination, is we have a very high-class politician ordering an assassination. Now don't worry, this isn't any sort of corrupt-type hitman deal. There's a very dangerous orc warlord, half-orc, one or another, threatening to start a war up in Numeria. But we're being hired by one of the armies to take them out. Now, this is very sensitive information. Your pay will be, of course, making sure that this warlord is dealt with, and also making sure that the name of the employer doesn't get out. Also would be in best interest that neither of our guild's names got out, understand? It's a very touchy situation.
I would think with the warlord it might be.
Indeed, they don't have a full-blown army yet, but they're threatening to get one, and quickly. So this is to avoid a future crisis.
Understood.
Good. Now the final job is a good old classic dragon hunt. Taldor is having troubles with some sort of dragon terrorizing small settlements. Now they don't have army to commit to this currently, or maybe they do, but they just don't want to. Either way, they've put a bounty out on it, quite a large one. So simple, straightforward, deal with this dragon. And that's all the jobs. 4 jobs, 2 for each of you. Now please go ahead and disperse for a moment, speak with your comrades. Your allies, your guildmates. Come back in here within 5 minutes, understand?
Aye. See ya very shortly, Fizzy.
Indeed. He'll kind of get down with a pen quill and start scribbling on some papers as you guys go to the back room, or kind of the entryway, more like the reception area of this meeting hall, where all your guildmates are waiting. And now we already did this off stream, but this is where you guys would be discussing your tactics, discussing what jobs are available. Your scouts will be joining you guys and giving you reports. Ryklin, the Alliance scout, has the most detailed scouting report you've ever seen. It's just super clean, super detailed.
This is from Dalen?
From Shadara, the Alliance scout.
Oh, so the Alliance scout is not Dalen. Okay.
No, Dalen is your bonus scout that you guys got. So he's there as well. And Henrietta is kind of like correcting some things on his report. It's a little bit, not as good, but she's giving him feedback. It's his first job after all. The Alliance scout is also holding a package. And he'll say, make sure you find me after the draft. This is for you after it's completed.
Aye, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, any other questions before we go into the actual bid for first pick?
No.
Good. All right. So after 5 minutes, do you both arrive back in on time?
Finlay arrives at 4 minutes and 59 seconds. Skips up to the podium and just...
He's kind of starting to stand up with irritation right as you walk in.
Oh, look, I told you she'd make it.
I've never been late.
Procrastination is not a noble trait.
Izzy, it's not procrastination if you say we have 5 minutes and I come in under 5 minutes.
I don't think you understand how procrastination works, Finlay.
I was within a time frame. I would say that I am on time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we were having important discussions. You can't call it procrastination if you don't know what happened.
Pointedly, just into the punctual.
See?
Agree to disagree. Now, would you like to not procrastinate and start off our bid for the evening, Finlay? Or would you like to leave this to chance, you two?
She'll look over at Ryklin. Shall we?
I started the first one.
Oh, it's true. Oh, why not? We'll throw out 2 gold.
2 gold. All right, I'll double it. 4.
Off to a good start.
6.
Going by 2s, are we? Then
That
I'll
seems...
throw in 9.
I don't know. You might mess up physic with that one. Are you going to be okay, physic?
I'm quite adept
now.
at mathematics. Continue.
It's not a prime number, I don't think.
No, it's... She just pauses. No, it's not.
Okay, good.
Let's see. Well, 12 then would be the next one.
I see. Let's go 13. That wouldn't be a prime, no?
Yes, that one is a prime number. Interesting things, prime numbers, aren't they?
Aye.
Stay on task.
Oh, right. 14 then.
How big is that gold pouch you got there, eh? We'll go for 15.
I'm going up by 1s now. 16 for us.
17.
19.
Going for a new record. Very good. I'm glad to see that you're bringing in increasingly good profits. This is good for everybody.
All right. Bid in 20. Good round number.
It's a good round number. Divisible by so many things. She'll jingle her gold pouch. 21.
22.
Lovely.
23.
We'll go 25.
Come on, Finlay. I hear more gold in that pouch.
Oh, you let me think on this a minute, shall we?
Small fortune we've already stumbled on here.
It's very
So many
true.
things to buy with 25 gold.
There are many, many things to buy.
But
with
even more for 30, right? That's
Ooh.
what you want to go for, right?
You're funny. You're funny, Ryklin.
Ryklin's a wise gentleman.
Very funny.
Ah, why, thank you, Fizzy.
26.
28.
Ever moving the needle up. 29.
30.
See, now, was that so bad, Finlay?
He got to 30. I never said it.
Indeed.
The number was mentioned. I thought we should at least make it a keen promise, eh?
True. I digress. 31.
Hey, 31 gold pieces. You know, I once tried to save up for my entire life. Of course, I wasn't earning anything at the time, so let's go for 33.
33.
Very good.
You know, Ryklin, it's a great number because you know you can take 11 and times it by 3, and then you get this wonderful number. I think we're going to max out at that.
33.
33 then.
Going once. Going twice to best Finlay.
She'll bow to Ryklin.
Very well.
Ryklin takes a small bow back, pulls out a coin purse, and starts pulling out coppers.
He pulls out a little itty bitty thunderstone and throws it on the ground. It's very loud.
Ooh.
First pick goes to the Gold Bloods for 33 gold. Do you agree to this amount?
Just a little bit. I've been saving all this change here.
Very good. Please bring it up here.
Okay. Brings it up. 20 gold worth of coppers, so...
Finley's just in the background with this slow clap going on.
He kind of just looks up
so
slowly
entertained.
and growls.
You only
Sometimes
said...
I bring a big bag of this into the dungeons just to scatter on the floor to see if any intelligent folk decide to come out of hiding.
Well,
Absalom has a bank.
Ryklin, I feel like this might be a dig over here. You would never do such a thing, would you?
It's not a dig. He loves to count, don't you, me Finny?
No, I do not.
To be fair, Physic, you did only say bid in gold. And so we did.
Yes, very clever of you. He starts just kind of shoveling the coins down.
The giant sack back and then puts a smaller sack down.
No,
33,
it's more like it.
So here's 30 copper to go along with this bag here.
Very good. Thank you. It is much appreciated, your donation to the Alliance. Finlay, better luck next time, I suppose. Now then, Ryklin, what job will the Gold Bloods be taking?
Let's see. We really liked several of them, actually. Methinks we're going to go for the festivities in Magnamar.
The Magnamar festivities. Very well. They are yours. Finlay, what is the first job the League will be taking?
First job for us. She looks down at her notes, taps her fingers. You know, I just think that a good old-fashioned beast hunt would be fun. We'll take the dragon.
Bold indeed. Good. Ryklin, which one will you be taking?
Well, from there, we'll be taking the warlord hit. Sounds intriguing.
Indeed. And that leaves you, Finlay, with protecting the noble person at the high-class soiree. I hope you have fun.
I love getting fancy.
Hey, any party that you can enjoy. Even if you have to watch somebody else's back, eh?
Oh, that's easy.
Yes, well, Ryklin, which job will the Gold Bloods be setting up first? I need to get paperwork in order.
Well, since we've been paying a little closer to our scouting information, we'll be starting with the festivities.
Very good. And Finlay, how about you?
No, I can't wait to get fancy. So we'll be starting with the nobleman.
Good, very good. I'll make sure I set these up and get them over to your guilds. You're both dismissed.
See you later, Fizzy.
Fizzy, do take care to have just a little bit of fun. I worry about you. Don't you, Ryklin?
I don't worry too much about him. I know we'll win him over, at least by a little bit, here and there. He already said that he might try a drinking party. I want to be there personally.
Oh, me too. Fizzy, can we be there when you finally let loose?
No. You're dismissed.
We'll figure out a way.
He's gonna hop down off of his books and start gathering his coin. All right. So, let's talk a little bit about, now that this has been picked, what scouting information you guys all knew. So, League of the Hunt went big and went legendary scouting on everything.
Whoa!
So they
Very
knew,
unexpected.
they knew everything there was to know about these jobs. Gold Bloods, you guys used your special scout on the soiree. You upgraded your master scout that was free, the legendary, and sent it to the warlord. And then you guys did expert on the dragon hunt and the festivities. So Ryklin, as you're leaving, and this will just be public information now since they already know from their scouting information, and they're League of the Hunt, so they actually know numbers. But the the scout from the Alliance will meet you kind of outside, say, "All right, Ryklin, when I was at that soiree, or not the soiree yet, but the manor where it's being held at, I was scouting it out, checking around the area. I spotted a pair of Medusas checking out the area as well. I got into a little tiff with them, was able to escape, and I was able to take one of their weapons in the process and get away with it." So he'll hand over the package. It's kind of a small box, and he'll open up the lid. And inside is this very crude-looking, jagged dagger. Go ahead and keep this for the consider it a gift from the Alliance.
Oh, quite the prize. Thank you. Very well done.
Indeed. A nasty weapon. The other one had one as well, but I'm sure the League will be happy that one of them's been disarmed at least to such a potent weapon. Now this is a dagger of venom. So bad news / good news for League of the Hunt. One of your items is missing, so your total potential value scouted will be slightly lower. Good news, one of them won't have a nasty weapon. Bad news, the Goldbloods now have that weapon. So that is
it won't be used against you, I can guarantee it.
That's good. So that was your perk for the Alliance Scout. Yeah, I mean, what thoughts do you guys have about your scouting? How you guys feel about how that bid went down?
Great.
A lot better for us than last time.
It's true. Very good.
The last time we were really wanting that crypt.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because we thought that it would be the perfect job for us, and we didn't think that they would be interested in it. So when they took that first pick, we thought, whoa. So
Indeed. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the job draft and the bid. Now we are going to be back next Tuesday with the League of the Hunt again. So what we decided to do is the week following a job draft, we're going to swap up which guild is going first in the round. That way both guilds kind of alternate who has to go first in the round of jobs and kind of, feel them out. So League of the Hunt will be back next Tuesday, taking on their session number 3, which is going to be the soiree. Yes.
Yes, we're going to be so fancy.
Good. And then the Tuesday following, we will do the first job of the Goldbloods, which will be the Magnamar festivities. So I hope you guys can catch us for that. Thank you so much for everybody who showed your support. We appreciate you guys very much. If you're not already following my page and you want to know when we go live, definitely make sure you do so. If you want to check us out during our live streams, make sure you do that. We've got some fun chat interactions. You can gift the players hero points. You can throw some fun story elements in. You can even design your own NPC if you wish to do so, if you want to throw some stars our way. And yeah, it's a good time. And if you guys can't catch them on Tuesdays when we play, I also have them up on YouTube. And there's a link to that on my page. So yeah, that's it, guys. We will catch you guys next Tuesday. Thanks, Katie and Jason, for joining for the job draft. I think these are a lot of fun.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll catch everybody next Tuesday. See you later, everybody.
Bye.
So long.